Hey, Scrappin Ames fans, how are we all? Back with a Project Life video for you today. Scrapping my gorgeous little niece, trying very, very desperately to finish off her album before the end of the year and, before her second birthday, being that this was supposed to be done for her first birthday, which was back in March. Whoops. And I'm doing an album for my nephew who is turning 1, oh my god, on the 24th of December, and it's nowhere near finished. Whoops. Anyway, so this is one of those 4-page, is it 6x6 pocket page protectors. So getting there towards the end of the album, slowly but surely. And today I'm using I think the paper pad, it's an Ames 10 one. I think it's her newest one. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head right now. Is it Shine On, I think. And I've decided to use up some of my Inky Quill Patreon printables. If you're not familiar, Inky Quill is the lovely Adele Toomey. If you're new to scrapbooking, I can understand, but if you're not, then I'm not sure where you've been if you do not know Inky Quill. Otherwise, if you're here, jump on YouTube here and search Inky Quill and you will not look back. But she does have a Patreon channel and subscription, and I subscribe to her there, and you get her printables every month. That's what these are. So I'm trying to use those up a little bit because I print them off every month and I don't always get to use them. They hide away in my stash. So I am going to use them this month. So I've just cut this heart out from one of her Project Life card printables. That was a bit of a mouthful. Brain's going faster than the mouth, I think. So I'm not quite speaking properly. And I'm just putting some craft foam just to give it a bit of dimension on this card here, or this pocket. This is my beautiful niece. She's being very cheeky here, and she's up on my daughter's little motorised bike, Paw Patrol bike thing. She was busting to get on it on this day, so we put her up on it, and she loved it. She wasn't scared by it. Mind you, we didn't actually start it up and move it on her. The day we did do that, she was a little bit more jumpy on it. Now she loves it. She's older and moves around and loves it and all those things. So yes, and on this it says, "You've got this, girl." So it was, I thought I loved it a bit more. So I'm playing around with what I want to put to wear, as I'm going to pop a little bit of journaling. Popping it on. And this is a sticker book. I think it's an Ames 10 sticker book as well. Trying to use little bits and pieces here in this as a bit of a stash bust kind of thing. Like I have this sticker book that I brought. It's fairly new-ish. Brought it. I don't think actually I did buy it from Spotlight. I think. I can't remember where I brought it from. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just trying to use it up a little bit. So just trying to, use up my stash a bit more. And just adding a doodly border here just to bring it all in, rein it in a little bit. Just felt it needed something around the edge. And that one's done. Alright, and then now we're on to this one. And these are all those 6x6 papers from the paper pad. Now this one, oh my god, I fluffed around with this pocket card, whatever, not even a card, paper. I could not decide. I don't know if it was because this was my second kind of creation of the evening, and I don't usually create overnight of late because I've been so tired. But I don't know if I was getting tired or just being indecisive because I wasn't using a kit or anything for a change, and I've been so used to using kits of late because a lot of my creations have been design team things that it was just strange to not use one. But oh my god, I did save you the hassle of like the 20-minute, farting around with the yes, the doilies. I changed the doilies about 500 times and then finally decided on this nice little delicate layered, piece here and went with this, which I was really happy with. It was a nice little dainty kind of piece that just, it wasn't a title card. It was just like another filler card. I think that was kind of what stuck me, is usually I make that a title card piece section here, but I didn't this time, and yeah, it was a bit strange. And again, just some printables there from the Patreon printables, that beautiful blue heart. I'm kind of been going with a bit of the frames thing at the moment. I'm not sure why. I think because my latest Kitaholic kits has a lot of frames in them. And so trying to find ways to use them. Playing around where to put this sticker. I usually put these little like tab bannery kind of stickers in the top corner, so I'm trying to find another way of using them. So I guess this is just an idea. I am kind of stash busting, but I kind of at a point where I want to use my stash in it like little bits and pieces in a different way. So I've been saying this about layering in my 12 by 12 layouts as well. Trying to still layer, but like layer behind my photos and things like that, but do it in a different way. So find different pieces, like using die cuts and things to, add interest and different layer elements and things like that, and using frames and, using those little sticker banners, pieces, but not necessarily in the top corner, because for me, like if it's got a flat edge, to me it seems it sits better on a flat side. That's just my logical way of thinking. Not everyone thinks like that, and I get that. But that's always a way of, if change it up a little bit. Sometimes our stash, if it doesn't change, you might be on a scrappy budget and you might be feeling a bit bored and a bit flat because you can't go and buy new things. And I completely get that, because my stash hasn't changed a great deal in years, and then now it's getting better because I'm on, I get kits and design team and things like that. Change the way you use it. That's another way of just changing it up. Go, okay, well, how can I look at it in a different way? How can I use this sticker as something more than just in that top corner as a banner, or along the edge of the photo sort of thing? That's just a suggestion I have. As I said, once upon a time, or still am really, a budget scrap. I shouldn't say once upon a time, but really tight budget. I had a very small stash and not adding to it very regularly at all, and to the point that it was getting a bit boring. And it does really get a bit, you lose your mojo, because you're just like, this looks the same, and you sort of feel like, and even as I said recently, down to, I'm adding another pattern paper layer, or I'm adding tissue paper again, or, well, I had to find another way of doing that. I didn't want to add layers, as I've said in my 12 by 12 videos. I didn't want to keep adding layers of the same sort of thing. I might be using different pattern paper, but it was still pattern paper. So I've been adding die cuts into it, or I've been doing it in a different angle, or this, that, and the other, just to add a bit of interest. If anything, it's just for me. So do those sorts of things. That's another way to change it up a little bit. And for me, I don't usually use frames, so I'm trying to find a way to use a frame out of all different way of using a frame. Try and just challenge yourself a little bit if you're a bit stuck, and see how that gets you going. If that helps at all. And as I said, even if you're on a budget, you're a budget scrapper and, you know, stash is very little. Yeah, see how you go. If you've got a question, leave it in the comments and, yeah. Anyway, up to this card here. So I added some stickers here on that last card too. That was from, again, the printables from Patreon. I just print her art print, the Inky Quilt art print, on a on sticker paper, which she does too. And it's yeah, they act really cool. They're a great way to make some stickers, your own stickers too, on the cheap. So that's also really cool. I really like that. And this card's really easy. I liked the houses on the bottom. Just another cheeky photo of Thea, my gorgeous little niece, sitting on my lap one afternoon, hanging out with me, and just chilling out. Hence that. And again, I just wanted to use this frame up, just trying to use them up a little bit. And there was a lot of space in this photo and around this, so I wanted to try and get it used up. And then I think that is done. I'll fight with this page protector, I think, a little bit here. Trying to get the frame in, it wouldn't fit in properly. And I do like how this really turned out. It's not too busy, but it's quite simple, and I had to keep it simple because I'm onto her second album, so I can't do too much 3D kind of three-dimensional